Hello students, my name is Bill Dodson and I will be your instructor for this 3300 course at UVA Wise. We will be going over these things in class since for this semester this is an in-class on-campus course where it has been an online course for the last several years. But I wanted to go over some expectations for the course that you can go back to and look at from time to time if you need to be refreshed. Number one, do all the readings, the viewings, and the assignments on a timely basis. You'll have an opportunity to do most of the work in class, so use this class time wisely. All assignments have a due date, and credit for these assignments diminishes as the time goes by. It's good to complete every assignment before you leave class each Monday evening. I'll give you ample time to do this during class if you so choose. And check your email and the class Moodle site often for updates and communications. And think outside the box. Now you're going to be introduced to several technology resources that you may or not use in your classroom, but don't dismiss anything as unuseful. You'll not use every one of the resources that we talk about in class, but be continually thinking about how you could use them, and very importantly, how your students could benefit. These technologies will change, evolve, or even become obsolete in the next few years, replaced with ones that haven't even been thought of yet. Keep an open mind. Be innovative and don't be afraid to try new things if, quote, that's never been done in this school before, end quote. And always be on the lookout for new technologies that are not even mentioned in class. Technology changes every day. We'll look at some social media options to keep up with the latest and the greatest. Now you have a text for this course and we'll be using it as a secondary source of information. You'll be required to read each chapter as assigned and you'll be tested online on each chapter through Moodle. Any format of the text will be sufficient. Ebook is good. Communication is very important in this course. I've given you in the syllabus several methods of contacting me. We'll always use the UVA Wise email as our email communication and not Gmail, Yahoo, or Hotmail or any of those. Check your email often. We'll look at using the free instant messaging and audio-video program Skype, which may be a little bit old, and we may even look at Google Hangouts on occasion as well, and we may investigate some other apps that can be used to communicate. If you have a Skype account on your computer, search for Bill.Dotson4 and add me to your contacts so we can communicate that way. And again, this is mostly for the online class, but we can use this type of communication also during the week. We'll have certainly a chance to communicate on Monday evenings. But during the week, if you have questions and that sort of thing, any of these types of ways to contact me will be fine. You're going to have assignments about telecommunications. So if you already have a Skype account, go ahead and add me as a contact. We may experiment with a Facebook page or a Twitter account as a way to communicate, and I'll always have the old standby, the smartphone, to fall back on. Anytime you don't understand something or the technology doesn't work the way it's supposed to, please contact me or let me know. I don't want any of you to feel overwhelmed or uneasy with anything that we do in the class. I want you to learn and become at least familiar with the technologies, and no question is too dumb to ask. I expect each of you to do well in the class. Be the best you can be, and let's go get to know each other as the semester progresses. Much easier to do in a face-to-face class than it was in an online class, of course. You'll have an opportunity to introduce yourself on the class blog. We'll get into that on the first night, I guess, as well as in the classroom. And be sure to add your photo to your profile on Moodle by clicking on the profile, which I think is located on the left. So, let's get started with the class.